Now is not the time for on-the-job training. We don't need to bring in a rookie.
And can't we all agree that we are not going to put a woman in jail or give her the death penalty if she gets an abortion?
I know a lot better than you do. You've never done it, like you've never done anything to try to advance the interests of this government except to put yourself forward as a candidate.
Voters across the nation tuned in for the heated GOP presidential debate last night. Carl Calabrese, a Republican strategist, political analyst, with us this morning. Good morning, Carl. I know you were watching intently.
Good morning, Chris.
I know you were watching intently yesterday. What an interesting dynamic where you have the runaway frontrunner, Donald Trump, saying, I'm going to do my own thing, and you have basically everybody battling for second place, at least as it stands right now, on stage together. With that dynamic, what, if anything, can we take away from what we saw last night?
Well, it was certainly a lively debate. I thought the moderators lost control of it a number of times where you couldn't understand what was being said because so many people were talking. But it certainly was feisty. The gloves were off. Interesting that the main attacks last night were not on Donald Trump. They were on Vivek Ramaswamy. He was attacked by Pence. He was attacked by Christie. He was attacked by Haley. I think looking at this, question really is who accomplished their goals the best? And I think the two that accomplished their goals were Governor Ron DeSantis and Ramaswamy. I think DeSantis went in saying he's got to stop the hemorrhaging in his poll numbers. Here's a guy who started off last January in the mid-30s with his poll numbers. He's now down to 14%. And so he had to stop that. I think he did that last night. I don't think he picked up a lot of ground on Trump, but that wasn't his mission. His mission was to stop the bleeding, reform his campaign, and launch it going forward. Ramaswamy, his mission was simple: introduce himself to the American people. He did that because he was attacked so much. Every time you're attacked, you get an extra 30 seconds of airtime. And boy, he had a lot of airtime, a lot of face time last night to introduce himself to the American people.
And as we have several months to go until Iowa caucuses, what happens now moving forward? Does anybody have a chance to draw Trump back to them or raise their numbers enough so that they can become competitive with him in the Republican primaries?
Well, as of right now, the answer is no. But, we're 15 months away from the election, and a lot can happen in that period of time. I think the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to see the field begin to winnow down. The next debate is about a month from now. The threshold for being on the stage is being increased. You have to go from having 1% in national polls to 3%. My bet would be the two guys at the far end, Governor Hutchinson and Governor Burgum, will not be on the stage because they're going to have a tough time reaching that number. So you're going to winnow down the field. Now the question is, they don't have a lot of support right now. Where does that go? It's going to be minimal. So we'll see if somebody can figure out the formula for attacking Trump, stripping away his base, some of his base, without alienating that base. Frankly, nobody has figured that out yet, and that's why Donald Trump has such a huge lead over the entire field.
Well, we will be watching along with you. Carl Calabrese, thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you.